The 9th layer will be destroyed if he doesn't stop the climbers, which would mean the end of his life and the destruction of his homeland. He will be given rewards, which will increase in value along with his contributions as more climbers are defeated. His skill level must be high to get information on the tower's creator. If he takes down the climbers, his skill level will increase. Climbers also have ranks. The Crimson Demon Erikaru was most likely a low-rank climber, and to reach the high access level, he needs to defeat 5 high-level climbers. Hayonu is interested in something other than the story of Earth existing inside some tower or saving the world. To him, it's very simple. He must find who imprisoned him in the tutorial tower and he has to crush these climbers. To him, that is all that matters. He gets a call from Seoyin. She asks him to turn on the news. The Ares Guild has accused Hayonu of murdering a member of their guild. As soon as they leaked, the news media jumped all over it, leading to widespread media coverage, including a debate on the topic. The controversy also spread to social media, and even the negative attention affected even Hayonu's friends. Hayonu, who had recently gained attention for successfully clearing a difficult game level, seemed unfazed by the media storm and decided to hold a press conference to tell his side of the story. Meanwhile, the Ares Guild, who had planned the scandal, were pleased with the outcome. They had even deployed their own reporters to Hayonu's press conference. During the conference, Hayonu admitted to killing an Ares Guild member but asked the audience to listen to a recording before passing judgment. The recording contained a conversation between Hayonu and Chanje, in which the latter admitted to being an Ares assassin sent to kill Hayonu. Hayonu had recorded this confession at the swamp, when reporters appointed by Ares questioned the authenticity of the recording. Hayonu showed them a phone belonging to Chanje, claiming that forensic evidence could be retrieved from it to prove its validity. Hayonu claimed that Ares was trying to tarnish his reputation because he had rejected their offer to join their guild. He had only gone to the swamp to kill a monster and had acted in self-defense when confronted by an Ares assassin. Hayonu again emerged victorious against the Ares Guild, thanks to the recording he presented at the press conference. The guild underestimated him, believing he was all brawn and had no brains. He remains calm and unfazed, showing his physical and mental strength. On the other hand, the Ares Guild is becoming more desperate in their attempts to bring him down. Even Hayonu's in fact, a random phone from Sion's collection. But he was sure he wouldn't get caught because Ares Guild lacked the confidence to investigate it. The Ares Guild, one of the largest guilds in the US, controls dungeons and labyrinths globally, including several in Korea. They have previously made offers and schemes to bring Hayonu down, but he remains unfazed as he knows they have more to lose in this fight than he does. After a meal with his friends, Hayonu left to attend to some. He was attacked by Ares assassins, but he was unsurprised as he had expected it. They demanded he comes with them to meet someone, but Hayonu refused. When they tried to take him by force, to their shock, their attacks did not affect him. Hayonu defeats the group of assassins with ease. He offers to spare one of them if he leads him to the person who sent them. The assassin agrees and takes Hayonu to an underground bunker built by Ares for their illegal activities on the outskirts of Gyeonggi province. The guards outside eagerly await Hayonu, hoping to join in on torturing him. Suddenly, a loud crash is heard and Hayonu appears, knocking down anyone in his way. Inside the bunker, the Korean branch manager is questioning a girl from the Pato Guild who is tied up and badly beaten. The manager demands information on their weaknesses and other details, but the girl refuses to speak. Annoyed by her lack of cooperation, the manager orders his men to take her back inside and torture her until she talks. He declares that they don't care if she dies in the process. Just then, Hayonu appears at the door and confronts the manager.
From researching and script writing to editing and mastering our best manhwa review channel, I will work hard to roll out the highest quality manhwa entertainment videos twice or more a week. If you like what I do here, please consider supporting the channel. To learn more about how to support the channel, check out the link in the description box down below, and if you can't give or simply don't even feel like it, that's okay too. I am just happy you're here. Thank you so much.
He offers the manager 2 options: they can fight, and Hayonu will leave him beaten to a pulp, or they can talk. Hayonu demanded to know why the manager wanted to meet him. Hayonu is a force to be reckoned with as he easily dispatches the highly skilled assassins sent to kill him. The Korean branch manager of the Ares Guild, Hayonu, is a high-ranked S-grade hunter, and being a middle-ranked S-grade, even with his best gear, his chances of defeating him are slim to none. The manager negotiates when Hayonu gives him the ultimatum of fighting or talking. Hayonu demands that the Ares Guild compensate him for sending assassins to kill him for the damages they caused to his and his friend's reputation. He demands 10 billion won for the damages and a few beginner-level dungeons. The manager is furious, but Hyonu stands firm, insisting that 10 billion won is nothing to the Ares Guild. Indeed, the 10 billion won is not easy for them to arrange, but taking over beginner dungeons means he is taking away their exclusive access to new hunters. The manager tries to lure Hyonu to join the Ares Guild, promising money and status, but Hyonu is not interested. Hyonu demands the hostage girl as compensation, adding that he doesn't care about the Ares Guild, their money, or their standards. The manager has to agree to all of Hyonu's demands. Hyonu takes everything he asks for, including the fainted hostage girl, the advanced player. In a conversation with Shaun, Hyonu reveals that he struck a deal with Sayonu, the branch manager. Shaun asks why Hyonu brought a girl with him and explains that he intended to use her as a hostage. He was also curious about the tattoo on her shoulder. It looked very similar to the mask he made in war that one time he was obsessed with the mantra. Hyonu attempts to scan her identity but finds nothing unusual. He plans to ask her directly once she wakes up. Suddenly, Hyonu's status window flashes with a message that a new climber has started their ascent to the 9th layer. He receives an invitation from AV. She tells him that the new climber is stronger than the previous one he faced. To prepare for their arrival, Hyonu must learn magic or face potential trouble. Although he wonders if the high-rank climber is high rank, AV confirms it is only a mid-rank. Hyonu learns that if a high-rank climber were to appear, it would be an apocalyptic event, and learning magic alone wouldn't be enough to face them. Unfortunately, Hyonu needs to receive information on where or how the new climber will appear, so he must prepare for their arrival. Shaun failed to awaken Hyonu's magical abilities using a magic circle. There was no noticeable difference after 4 days, which was unusual. Hyonu struggled to learn magic. Shaun arrived with a mail from the Korean Hunter Association about approval of starting a new guild. Hyonu tells his friends that he has decided to start a guild called Guardian since it now has dungeons. Shaun suggested seeking Azumi Nakagawa's help to unlock Hyonu's magic since the magic circle wasn't working. The leader of the Ijinami Guild in Japan, Azumi Nakagawa, possesses a unique skill called blood control, which enables her to increase a hunter's magical level by directly accessing their body and aiding those who struggle with magic. In Tokyo, a climber named Shirmei emerged from a rift and caused significant destruction, prompting the authorities and guilds, including Ijinami, to stop him. Shirmei proved too powerful for them, but Hyonu, who had received a notification on his status window about the climbers despite having no magical abilities. Hyonu requested a ride to the airport from Shaun to pursue Shirmei, whom he hoped to defeat. The Hunter Association Japan branch conference room was filled with guild leaders, including Azumi, who were discussing their dire situation after being defeated by Shirmei. Azumi narrowly survived by using an artifact to revive herself. They all knew they were in the same boat since they were of a similar grade. Moreover, the death of an elite-esque hunter had been reported worldwide, and no one was coming to help them. The deployed hunters were defeated, and civilians were dying without any backup. When things seemed hopeless, Hyonu arrived, dressed in his tracksuit and slippers, to face Shirmei. Despite the powerful attacks, Hyonu could dodge and counterattack with his impressive speed and technique. He even managed to get close to Shirmei to prevent him from using his sword and landed several punches. Shirmei was intrigued by the power of Hyonu's power. He used his celestial lightning and divine sword, but Hyonu still dodged them. Shirmei admitted that his powers did not originate from the system of that layer, which piqued Hyonu's curiosity. Meanwhile, Shaun, who accompanied Hyonu, was astonished to learn that the rift had been open since 2 p.m. He wondered if Hyonu knew it and had hastened to their aid. Hyonu exhibited incredible strength against Shirmei, but could not defeat him outright. Despite this, Hyonu's power was enough to force Shirmei to use all his abilities, including ones he hadn't used since he first became a climber. Shirmei attacked Hyonu with his Supreme God's lightning strike, and while Hyonu managed to dodge some of the strikes, some hit him, causing electricity to shoot through his body. Even though he was being attacked, Hyonu still had the will to fight, which impressed Shirmei. However, Hyonu was also amazed by Shimi's abilities. He developed all these techniques independently without relying on the system's skills. Shimi's lightning strike techniques had an unintended effect on Hyonu. It opened the magic channels in Hyonu's body, allowing him to use the divine spirit technique he had been unable to master before. In 10 seconds, Shirmei taught Hyonu everything he needed to know about tapping into his magic channels and directing them into skills. So, when Shirmei attacked Hyonu with his lightning strike again, Hyonu was able to gather all his magic in one place and deliver a single strike using his Supreme Emperor's divine wrath. With just one hit, Hyonu defeated the climber, the Moonless Knight. In the Pado Castle, the guild leader watches footage of Hyonu demonstrating divine power in Japan and is convinced that he is the one who saved her in the tower. She is determined to prepare a worthy position for him should he ever return to their world. She eagerly anticipates meeting him. As soon as their plane lands in Korea, they are swarmed by media reporters. They had a lot of questions about the rift, Shirmei, Hyonu's magic, technique, etc. Hyonu directs all the questions towards Saihyun and runs to get out of there. When Hyonu reaches Saihyun's house, he discovers that Rin Hong, the executive from the Pado Guild he rescued, has awakened. Rin thanks Hyonu for saving her life and explains the meaning behind her guild's tattoo, which symbolizes that they exist beneath the sky and nothing else can be above them. Hyonu realizes the foolishness of his past actions and is embarrassed by the teachings he imparted to his students in the tower. He orders Rin to tell her leader not to come looking for him. Hyonu promotes his new Guardian Guild on television and receives many applications. Hyonu enticed his friends to do admin work by offering them access to his beginner-level dungeons. Despite initially being upset about gaining a new skill that could only assess people's general attitudes, Hyonu found it helpful while interviewing new hires for his guild. He only cared about their trustworthiness, not their abilities. No S-grade hunters applied. Saihyun tells him they were rare, and many died trying to increase their status. Hunters have limits on how much they can increase their stats. Typically, their limit is 3 levels above their current level, and they must obtain some plus rank artifacts to surpass it. However, these artifacts are found deep inside the labyrinths, where many hunters die in pursuit of them. Some hunters prefer to steal these artifacts from others rather than search for them, leading to many deaths and the exile of murderer hunters. Hyonu decided to explore one of the beginner-level dungeons he had acquired from Ares, but the guards cautioned that the dungeon still needed to be fully transferred. Hyonu ignored their warning and entered the dungeon. A bunch of hunters, who claim to be from the Pandemonium group, confront him. They are sent by Ares Guild.
Also, quick reminder as we are going through the recap, if you are new to the channel, some of you watching are not already subscribed, and if that's you and you want to guarantee you're always up to date with all good content like this, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and join us on the road to 1 million subs. And if you enjoy the video, or if you found it interesting, let me know by dropping a like and comment on it as well, would be seriously appreciated. Let's continue.
A Pandemonium is a group of mercenaries comprised of high-rank hunters among the S-Grade's top 100, assassins for hire. They have a 100% success rate, even among murderer hunters. A 52-rank hunter scholar Anya is the first one to attack Hyonu. He asks her if she knows how to draw the magic circles to decide if she is worth keeping alive. Hearing this, they get angry and all attack Hyonu at once. He easily beats them. In China, we see that the Pado Guild leader is breaking the last resistance of the Wuyan Guild. She is in a hurry to accomplish control of all the guilds in China that she can present the position to her teacher. Although she got his message not to come looking for her, Hyonu kills every other hunter who attacks him except Anya. He brings her to Suoyun to fix the magic circle he ruined while trying to tap into his magic. Her attitude scan indicated must survive, so he was sure she wouldn't cause any trouble now that her survival depended on how well she served him. He gives her magic staff and robe to Suoyun. After that, he buys a toy hammer and visits the Ares Guild. Using the toy hammer, Hyonu beats everyone who tries to stop him from going to the CEO's office. The CEO is informed, but before he can do anything, Hyonu enters his office and smacks him across the face with the toy hammer, then his compensation for sending hunters to kill him again. He asks for 200 billion won. He says he prepares the money as compensation whenever he sends someone after him. The CEO is extremely angry and determined to kill Hyonu at any cost. He decides to go to China to bring the S-grade, worldwide rank 5 Puriol. In the 8th layer, a climber is creating havoc. Their last guardian has lost the bet with her, so she also takes their last city. In just 5-step destruction, the whole city is blown up. Now she is ready to make a more exciting bet in the next layer. There is breaking news on the tabloids that 47 ambulances were called to Ares to send 150 members to the hospital, and the fact that all this damage was caused by a toy hammer has people more amused than shocked. Hayonu was requested by Japan to deliver lectures to beginners, and he is ready to do it because they are offering to pay him 50 million won. During his lecture, Hayonu is notified that a climber has started their ascent to the 9th layer. Hours later, he receives an invitation from Evie, who shares information about the climber and their companions. Unlike the monsters summoned to assist previous climbers, these companions are skilled and capable. The climber is mid-ranked but stronger than other climbers of the same rank. Hayonu asks Anya to use her unique teleportation skill and draw a magic circle. She couldn't use that technique to run away because her magic alone was not enough to use that skill. She can only use it with the support of a magic circle. Plus, she was so scared of Hayonu that her survival attitude didn't even let her think of that. Meanwhile, the climber and her companions arrive in Germany and quickly defeat the local hunters. The climber introduces herself as the Divine Spectral Queen. Hayonu is waiting for Anya to finish drawing the magic circle when Suoyin informs him of the rift in Germany, and they request his assistance. He confirms her suspicion that he is heading there to stop the rift. The climber offers a bet to the 9th layer protectors. If anyone can defeat her within 24 hours, she will stop her attack, and the climber threatens to destroy the next city unless someone defeats her within 24 hours. The German Association has issued an evacuation order, but thousands of people have already been killed. S-grade and A-grade hunters have been eliminated, and the International Association's top 5 S-grade hunters have not responded to their requests for help. However, Hunter Hayonu Kim arrives to lend assistance. Hayonu reaches there using teleportation and starts beating the climber's companions, demanding to bring the climber out. All of this is ongoing on air internationally, when he is finally faced with the climbers. The two engage in a heated argument, with the climber mocking Hayonu's age and Hayonu insulting her behavior. The climber gets all riled up because of Hayonu's rudeness. She challenges Hayonu to endure her magical energy for as many steps as possible. As she takes each step, her magical energy expands and destroys everything in its path. Hayonu tries to stop her but cannot control his magic, which expands along with hers, causing him immense pain. He uses his full force and tries to stop her at her 9th step, but he can't stop her final step, and she completes her 10-step destruction. Hayonu feels like his magic is going to explode. It's tearing him apart, but he stands his ground. In the previous layer, an entire city was wiped out after just 5 steps. The climber is surprised that not only did Hayonu make her use the 10-step destruction, but he also survived it. She decides to use her strongest magic. It's even denser than the last one, but it has the reverse effect on his. Once again, the powers exerted by the climbers cause Hayonu's magic to unlock. His stamina grade increases. Extreme magic invading his body causes forced magic awakening. He once again recalls his training, just like the time with Chinma. He decides to use the destruction method, the mythical technique enabled Azura to defeat their foes. Seeing him acquire his magic, Climber decides to quicken her attack. As the climber charges up her 10-step destruction technique, Hayonu uses his training to stop her at every step. Though she tries to gather more energy, she cannot, and her technique weakens significantly. In a final effort, she tries to proceed with the attack, but is stopped by Hayonu, who uses Azura's flare blast on her, and with that, the fight ends. Hayonu is notified of his victory against Gwai, the Divine Spectral Queen, and the system invites him to receive his upgraded status scan from low to lower mid-rank. IB congratulates him and offers a remote to decorate the system room as he pleases. Hayonu tries different looks, leaving A.B amazed as it is her first time seeing something different in the room. His status scan skill and notification have also been upgraded, and he gains a new skill called Access, allowing him free entry to the room once a day. Hayonu inquires about his status window, noticing a discrepancy between his actual state and the state displayed on the window. A.B explains that the information displayed is locked, but his physical body continues to level up. Meanwhile, the Pado Guild is conquering all its opponents and has gained control of all the guilds in China. She is now ready to meet her teacher. Additionally, Hayonu receives a generous reward from Germany, including a tax exemption, a car, a house, and a guild office, surpassing what he received from Japan. He tells his friends that he enjoys dealing with rifts because he enjoys putting bullies and loudmouths in their place. However, he seeks to uncover why he was trapped in the tower for 12 years. Hayonu goes to a reality show. When he's asked about his unique skill, he says that he doesn't have a unique skill, it's just martial arts that he developed while he was in the tower. Hearing that, the long-forgotten martial arts communities have started to regain popularity. They were using his name to sell their services. It irritated Hayonu, and he shut them all up by saying he was so strong because he was Hayonakim, not because he knew the best martial arts. Hayonu hired Anya in his guild as the guild accountant. She changed her appearance to not be recognized. She is too scared of Hyonu to run away. Also, she doesn't mind it because the work is easy, she doesn't have to constantly run from authorities, and the pay isn't bad. The news of the Korean branch transferring some of its dungeons to another guild reaches the Ares headquarters in New York. The founder of the Ares Guild, Martin Brand, punishes the branch manager, CEO of the Korean branch Cyanu for his failure, and reclaims the lost dungeons. Meanwhile, Cyanu tries to strike a deal with the Pato Guild, the Ares Guild's archenemy, to help eliminate Hyonu. Cyanu was taken aback when he discovered that the leader of the Mighty Ruler Guild was a young girl. However, things worsened when he asked the guild to kill Hyonikim. He tries to convince her that it can't be possible that he is her teacher, as it's a well-known fact that each tower only summons people from its territory. She reveals that she was summoned to the Korean tower when she went there live with his Korean father for a while. She considered Cyanu's doubts a personal affront to her, as her entire identity in guild was built on her teacher's wishes. In the end, Cyanu met a painful death at the hands of the guild leader.
Hi. You are watching.
If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to watch more videos like these, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to help the channel out. From researching and script writing to editing and mastering our best manhwa review channel, I will work hard to roll out the highest quality manhwa entertainment videos twice or more a week. If you like what I do here, please consider supporting the channel. To learn more about how to support the channel, check out the link in the description box down below, and if you can't give or simply don't even feel like it, that's okay too. I am just happy you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, we will see you on the next video.